It almost seems like a cliche to talk about climbing to the top of a mountain. How many times have we heard the metaphors, the thousands of steps, the effort, the sweat, and the tears? How often have people used the view from the mountaintop to explain why you should never give up? Why you should keep trying, even though it's tough, painful, or unendurable. But the real question, the only one that matters is, how many people do you actually know who have reached the summit? Our competitors have trained and traveled to reach this moment of the season, and only the best have arrived. This is the Green Mountain Championship, and the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour playoffs start now.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 playoffs. We are here at the Discraft's Green Mountain Championship here at the Smuggler's Notch Resort. BigBarri commentary. Papa Barry back in the booth. Good to see you, dude.
I'm back. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to watch some good disc golf, and we got some good disc golf for you guys. I mean, playoffs, best players of the entire season get to come to this course, battle it out, try to get into next week's tournament.
Oh yeah, these guys are going to be in next week's tournament.
Yep.
They're going to be at the Pro Tour Championship as well. This is not a feature card, guys. This is an actual round one lead card. These are the guys who are leading the season in points. That's why they are on the final group here. Calvin Heimburg, Gannon Buhr having a career season perhaps. I mean, for him it might not be, but this is a all-timer for sure. Niklas Anttila getting into the winner's circle a couple of times this season. We'll forget that clutch 17 and 18 that he had in Texas to take down his first Elite Series victory.
Maybe nobody ever will forget that.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
And Ricky Wysocki, what a card, what an event. Let's go.
Hey, what's up everybody? I want to tell you that today's video is sponsored by Wysocki. As you all know, Wysocki has been a huge partner of ours for a long time, and we are really stoked about the Storm Bursts. We have the low tops and the high tops. They're really great for like a casual environment where you can be versatile so you can wear them around town. And then if you have an impromptu round out there on the disc golf course, just hop right out there. It doesn't matter if it's wet, dry, or anything. Wysocki's are waterproof, not water resistant. That is a huge distinction to make in all of the shoes that are available right now. Because when you ever find yourself out there on the course and it's like in the morning and there's some dew out there, or you throw your disc in the water and you have to go out there and get it, you're gonna be able to get in the water and get right back out with dry feet. And that's a huge advantage when you're out there on the course. So if you haven't given Wysocki's a shot yet, what are you waiting for? Today is the day. We've had tons of people telling us how much they love their Wysocki's. They're a game changer out there on the course. In fact, this whole time I've just been standing in the water and my shoes are dry, my socks are dry, the water rolls right off. So to get started, you're gonna go to Wysocki.com/JomezPro. That's gonna get you 15% off your first order. That's Wysocki.com/JomezPro, or click the link down below to get started today. Thank you once again to Wysocki for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it.
We are at Brewster Ridge today. This will be a 4-round event, no cuts. So all players here who have qualified and are playing will play 4 rounds. Is that OB on that left side by that tree? I don't think it's on the map here, but there is OB long. And if you go far enough left and right, you can find some OB, but you never see anyone do that. Relatively straightforward hole. Don't want to really turn it that much to the right, just throw it dead straight. That being said, everybody turns it to the right a little bit.
Yeah, don't outthink the hole, throw it as straight as you can. I think the optimal play is this flex shot that Gannon's going to try to throw here. Break it off the right side with a little anhyzer. Let the stability come back. A little too stable.
Yeah.
You see that a lot on this hole.
It's funny how it ends up being more difficult than it should be.
It's hard to count how many times he's won this tournament, but I counted him. It's 5 times since it was back in the B tier. He's also a 2-time world champion from Scottsdale, Arizona, let's welcome Ricky Wysocki.
And that is very true. Ricky has experienced so much success up here in Vermont at Smuggler's Notch Resort.
Going with the same play, but he likes to throw the hyzer flip.
Yeah, that's great.
And now we know why.
Mm.
As good as they make them right there.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the tee, from Safety Harbor, Florida, let's give a warm welcome to Calvin Heimburg.
We can forget how Calvin started last year's Worlds. Do you remember? Maybe you don't remember. He chained out for
I was
the
just
A's.
going to say chained out left side, right?
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking that with Ricky's shot. I'm surprised we haven't seen somebody ring up a nice little one piece on this one.
It's a great ace run hole, especially since so many players have that forehand that fades towards the basket.
Finland. Let's put our hands together for Niklas, Anttila.
Shows you how competitive the field is right now. Anthony winning 4 times on the tour still
it's crazy.
Doesn't get him to the top 4 in points.
It's hard to believe because he's got some other top 10 finishes aside from those 4 wins. It's pretty amazing. Gannon and potentially a spot of trouble here.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Wow. You're still up.
Buckets.
That's a great par save.
Don't really expect it on hole 1 to have a putt from 35 feet for par.
There were only 2 in the field. And the last person you'd think would be taking it would be the player leading the Disc Golf Pro Tour season. But he avoids that. Niklas in for the birdie.
Yeah, this course, you really want to get off to a good start. First 6, 7 holes, get those birdies. In the middle is where I feel like the tough part of the course lies. If you can get out of there with 1 or 2 and then finish with some birdies, you got yourself a heater.
Well, this isn't the typical Green Mountain Championship.
Nope.
This is a playoff event, so we only have the best of the best here this year. The conditions, as we see Isaac Robinson, your 2-time world champion, starting off with a little bit short on his tee shot. Step it in there, count it. The conditions today are absolutely perfect. I mean, it is beautiful early fall weather here in Vermont, as it always is in September. But there are only 2 holes on this entire course that average over par for round 1. So we're going to expect to see some low scores today. And like you said, I think getting those early birdies is a great way to kind of set the pace for not just this round, but the whole tournament.
Yeah, and like you said, the best players in the world, like this hole, par 4, but only 550 feet. If you can throw it straight, it's a great birdie opportunity. But it also has some teeth. You do have the out of bounds on the right side. That's what you have to avoid is the kick left side, kick all the way over to that out of bounds line. That's where you're going to find the bogey. So you're going to see people try to throw a little hyzer flip or flex shot and get to the left a little. If you end up in the middle, sweet.
Isaac, catch up with him on his second shot on this par 4, and that's well left. Up the hill.
Really tough hole to play backhand for a righty.
That's a silly birdie to get backhand. It really is. It just, even the people who really don't like to go forehand are throwing some sort of flex up the hill, unless their drive is just perfect. It's an outstanding birdie to get there for Isaac. Good start.
Ricky going with a mid-range, just trying to throw it to that tee pad right in front of him. And it's pretty good. Now, I'm curious, does he go backhand again from there, or does he try the flex?
He's going to go forehand. You know he's going to go that slow speed forehand, overstable some sort.
And there's this left play.
Counter skip.
Yep. Oh, doesn't.
That one stays straighter than they... Well, there it is. It's working its way. But yeah, typically when they hit the hillside with a little bit of hyzer on this hillside, they jump right back into the fairway. Calvin's took some time, but got there eventually.
Same line.
Here you go.
Root.
Oh, I think he's close enough to do a lean out forehand, but it's going to be a tricky angle.
Yeah, and you risk a lot because you're going to have to throw your most overstable disc on a chop line. And if it comes out early, that out of bounds is waiting for you.
You're hitting that tree and you're kicking straight right. And you got to hug it close to those trees when you're going that forehand line.
See, even Ricky, fantastic drive. He has to lean all the way out.
Yeah, he's got a higher speed disc. Oh, man, that's close to those trees.
There's that kick, too.
Mm-hmm. Once you beat the corner, you don't really expect a bad kick once you get to that second and third set of trees.
Oh, it gets through everything. Fantastic.
Okay.
And that's why you want to throw something slower off the tee. You don't want a lot of distance because once you get pinched up there, you don't have the ability to do what Niklas and Gannon are trying right here.
Right.
Because you're too pinched.
Oh, that's a good effort. He'll have a long look.
Saw Isaac make good from over there. Possibility. And this got way up the fairway, and it leaked into kind of a perfect spot. Yep.
And there you go.
Pretty good. Couple tap-ins for Calvin to start.
Uphill.
80.
Almost rings it up.
Maybe 60.
That zoom in totally fooled me.
Yeah, is it 8 feet or 72? We don't know.
Niklas. Oh, low and left.
Give it to him.
Good start for the young man. The Finnish phenom, or the Nordic phenom. His putt's built to sit when it's left. It just has that hyzer coming in, kind of drops like a brick. Oftentimes, his putts that are left side just falling just like that one did.
You got to love his chances on a course like this. If he can get a heater on this one, go over to Fox Run, we've seen that he can hang with anybody on a big course too. You know, and Fox Run reminds me a lot of like USDGC type shots. How big the fairways are and where the OB is.
Second place finisher a couple years ago to Gannon.
Yep.
Well, he's just a superstar.
Yeah, any
There's
course
like
fits him.
I don't want to play a course where Niklas is like, no, this course isn't good. I can't do well here. If that course exists, I won't be there either. Hole 3, par 3, 320 feet. Got to go up to this right side here with a fairway driver, maybe a mid-range, but it's kind of a small gap. I think you want to go with something that's pretty overstable. You want to throw something out there straight, let the disc fight back to the left. There is a super straight route, but I don't think anyone's going to go for that left side. It's better suited for the flex forehands.
Yeah, this is the one where you get a lot of leaks that go left. Like they don't hit that gap, they get through the middle, and then you're way left.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Calvin.
That is a mid-range.
Yeah, he's got it like that.
See if somebody puts a little Annie on this or if they're going all hyzer. I do, yeah. See, there's almost that leaky middle.
Yep.
With that tree a little closer to the tee pad on the right, it makes you want to fit that Anheuser through there.
And this guy loves fitting that kind of shot through gaps. Something overstable. A little early.
Oh, almost got away with it. With that Vikings disc right there. Hey, 2-0. Shout out to them. That's pretty good. Sam Darnold looking pretty good.
Well, he's a Panthers product, you know, and so.
Oh, jeez.
On his way out. He's just
of the league.
The Panthers, yeah.
That's a great shot there from Ricky. That's going to leave him 25 feet. Looking right at it. No wind. You got to make all those.
Some work left for Niklas up and over the hill. Oh, wow. Pulls this one right. But.
Does he?
Well.
Yeah, he did.
I was fooled by the foliage in the background, but looked like he was going to hit some limbs.
The courage to say that word is always mind-boggling to me. Whew. Pretty good upshot there from Gannon. All right.
Ricky to get to 2.
Those are the ones. Little confidence boosters in the beginning of the round, you know?
Even if it is windy over at Fox, you hardly ever really feel it over here at Brewster. It's really thickly nestled. It's crazy on the other side of the road. And Calvin, goodness, hate to see that one.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, those are the ones. Different miss for him. He missed that one high. But if you ever come to Brewster Ridge and you play the course, if you just look left and right of the fairways and you see where this course, it's pretty amazing that this course is like as wide open as it is in places through the woods.
Right.
Because you just look left and you're like, they had to cut this out to make this place exist. It's pretty incredible. A ton of work has gone in here, going back to Steve Brewster advising and all the work that Jeff Spring has done, and
all the times we've chopped down limbs on accident.
it's a fantastic track.
My buddies and I just helped grow the global disc golf community. Check it out. We got our favorite shirts at Quirky Goodies, and a percentage of the sales proceeds go to the Paul Macbeth Foundation. They build great disc golf courses all around the world. I picked up 3 shirts for myself. This one's my favorite. Hey, if you're like me and you're always looking for a discount code, use this one, JomezPro 15. That'll give you 15% off. QuirkyGoodies.com. Buy a shirt, make a difference.
On to hole 4, another par 4, another 550-foot par 4. Just like hole 2, it's similar in the way you play it as well. Just a tee shot up here somewhere in this fairway, and then you have an uphill pitch, just like you do on 2, except the OB on 2 is replaced by really thick woods on the right side that serve as the same type of penalty. If you get over there off the tee, you're usually having to pitch out. You can't really advance much towards the basket.
I feel like the first part of the fairway is a little bit reversed. You know, like you're throwing a big Anheuser kind of through that gap or roller or something. But then this shot's pretty similar. The approach. Look at this. Beats everything. Gets on the left side there.
And it's got to look on the other side of the rock wall.
You take it from that spot. Look where he is.
Mm-hmm.
This guy somehow found the one tree in the very middle, goes for the tiny gap on the left, and then makes it.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
He is a wizard. I'm convinced of it. And little bro Ezra on the card. How about that? Pair brothers and chase card at the Pro Tour Championships from the playoffs. Pretty incredible stuff. Also, great guest this week on our Jomez practice round.
That was a fun watch.
Ezra in the basket. Beth high there. That one gets under the band and in.
Great scramble birdie.
And it's a good start for Macbeth. 3 down through 4. And Isaac's perfect start will continue with this tap in. There's going to be several players out there doing stuff like that, I would imagine, today.
This is one in the past we've seen Ricky just go way down the fairway. Now he's just going with a mid-range, though. He's taking a little bit off, just trying to find the fairway, finds the last one. So when you do go slower, you beat that tree, you do bring in that second tree. Because it's slower, it's turning a little bit slower. That's why I do think you do want to go like Eagle as
Calvin.
we see Calvin throw his fairway driver here. Yep.
Yeah.
See? So then you don't
good.
have a chance to hit that. If you barely miss that one tree, you're already beating it. Niklas saying, well, I'll just go like putter maybe.
Oh, boy.
But then you bring that tree in. See? I mean, I need to be caddying out there, Jerm.
I'm surprised you weren't. What are you doing tomorrow at about the time that I'm teeing off?
Sleeping. Yeah,
Got it.
Sure.
Got it. Good. Good to
I think
know.
everybody's probably going to be sleeping. I'm just kidding. And Gannon pulls that one into right there into the middle. That was not a good shot from Gannon. No, you had a solid round there. This is getting to be a big time mistake there from Niklas. You get over there from right to left. That's what this course plays pretty easy. But the teeth that it does have is when you don't pitch it to the middle and you start getting into these little tiny woods. And they're both doing that right now.
Oh boy, Gannon, early tree, and now he's in a
good kick, kind of.
Yeah, he's got a chance here. Big opening. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Another great kick.
Oh, yeah, he's right there in the middle, isn't he? He's right where you like kind of want your drive to go past. And he's going to be throwing his fourth.
And this is a par play, but you could get an 80-footer.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
There's some
as
windows
good as you can do, I feel like.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's been some classic Ricky throw-ins on this hole actually back in the past.
Yeah, that fairway on the left-hand side, there is a fairway, but it doesn't get you close.
Gannon kind of looked like he went down when he threw that shot. Beautiful flex shot just to get inside C1 for a look at bogey. That is some serious scrambling having to come out on the fourth hole.
Yeah, that where he threw his second shot, that's where your drive wants to land.
And Niklas also trying to get a chance at the par. He'll have a look.
Look at this drive.
Yeah, it's pretty primo here. And just breaks it just off.
Oh, that's so good.
He is throwing the disc exactly the way he needs to. Just that one short miss on 3 from being 4 from 4.
Find me something. Oh, a little kiss.
That was so close.
Touch of class.
All right, Niklas for the par. And a little too high the whole time. And look at that. That thing rolled quite a bit. That's just in front of Gannon's lie.
Yeah, it looked like it had a nice little roll angle.
And that was nice of Gannon to not pick up Niklas's disc and try to hand it to him.
Yep. Awkward little putt here up the hill.
Certainly.
Plays a little farther than you think. There you go.
Oh, my
farther
goodness.
than he thinks.
Niklas is going to take a double.
Erase those 2 nice birdies.
Wow. And Ricky to clean up. No. What? Oh, my goodness. This card just got chewed up and spit out by hole 4. Meanwhile, Calvin's like, just waved to the one person clapping who's also got his jaw dropped from everyone else's performance. Whoa.
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, if there's a hole that's going to get you, that's one of them.
Casey White, Jared Stoll, Austin Turner, and Isaac are the 4 players who are 4 for 4. Awesome starts there.
Another kind of dangerous little bugger.
Yeah.
This one's 305 feet. Really tight. Out of bounds on the left. So any kick, you're going left, that's out of bounds. And then it just kind of drifts over here to the right. So sidearm flip up, sidearm flex, backhand straight, I feel like is the play if you're throwing the backhand.
Sure.
Because as soon as you get greedy and try to turn it over, hits one of those trees, you want to avoid that out of bounds on the left at all costs. Par here ain't that bad.
That being said,
Go in.
Calvin's going to skip deep. This is his worst throw of the day.
Yeah.
And he's got a birdie look.
Maybe in the circle, too. Might need a pair of those Vessies, though. Look like a little creek down there or something.
I just got my first pair this last week.
Yeah.
They're comfy.
I think I might try them out myself. Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't worn them yet.
Yeah, they have like that sock feel. They're nice. Gannon going to flex.
Oh, baby. This does have a chance.
Yeah, this is so good.
This does have any. Give him a skip off that route.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think he'll take the park job.
Could you imagine, though? It just goes in there.
I could imagine.
I know. Wouldn't that be cool? Look,
What
right
I can't
now,
imagine is how long it took Gannon to get his first true ace. That, to me, is what's so crazy.
Yeah.
Did
Wasn't it for like 10 grand or
Yeah, it was for the skins. It was the
his
GK
first
Pro skins.
ace was like 5 grand, so it made up for all the ace pulls he didn't get.
That's right. Good shape here
These
for
guys
Niklas.
are really good. Wow.
Oh,
same,
man.
Same shot.
Truly.
Do we get 2 follow flights?
If we don't, it's criminal.
Yeah, well, call the cops. We do get a replay, though, which is real nice. He would land it a little farther.
Yep. Just perfect, though.
Yep.
This hole is birdied by 57% of the field.
Ooh, a little kind of like a horseshoe guy here.
And
Nice
good effort.
try.
Yep.
Of course, got a letter on him.
Ricky in for the birdie, and we'll have 3 birdies and 1 par on hole 5, making up a little bit of the damage the course brought to them on hole 4.
Yeah, Ricky's not going to stand for them getting a bogey when he didn't deserve it. He's going to take it right back on the next hole.
Yeah, watch out course, honestly. I just 57% birdie on this hole.
It's really a lot, but it is right there in front of you, and there's no bad trees. You hit the line, you kind of get paid, you know?
Yeah, that's true. It's just not where it is. Oh, look at that. 3 players, still perfect. Isaac with the par. Just still the fact that, yes, you do have to throw a straight shot, and you have to move down the hill just a little bit. I get that.
Yeah.
But the line is intimidating enough, especially with the OB on the left side, that usually people just don't step up and do it. But 6 out of every 10 players essentially are doing that. Just, it's impressive.
Very. You do that on this hole is impressive as well.
And guess what? 57% of the field birdies this hole.
Okay. So same shot as the last hole, just down the hill, and you're moving the other way. And no OB. So nothing like the last hole as far as the intimidating.
It's actually, it could be more different, I think, in many ways.
Same result, though, for the Rickster.
Yep. Just a soft hyzer. It's a fun little hole. It's nice to have a pretty wide fairway, but the OB on that left side keeps you honest.
And those 2 trees on the left side keep you honest. I see a lot of people hit those.
Oh, boy, that's so good.
Try to go in again. Imagine if that hit a root and then went in there.
I keep trying to imagine. I haven't been able to yet, but I'm gonna keep trying. Maybe Niklas can help me with my imagination.
Needs to break faster, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those Guardians don't let you get away with a lot on the right side. It's the one thing, because you want to juice it. You want it flat to get it through there. But then if it goes too fast, you hit that right side. So there's some technicality to this, and this has got to get lucky, too, past that one, and it does.
Yeah, it works its way down there.
But there's a little wall right there you can see of those trees doing their job. Here's a little 80-footer, 90-footer.
He's got a whole compilation of makes from this range. Oh, geez. Almost added another one to it.
That looked really good for almost the whole time.
I mean, you're going to get compilations made if you're always online like that. They're just going to go in eventually.
You're not going to get a lot of confirmations of him missing high.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But already 2 so far this round.
Oh, 3. No, that wasn't high. That was just left.
That's the only thing keeping Calvin from being 6 for 6 right now, that putt.
Typically the reason with him.
Yeah.
Not this guy, though.
No.
Or this one, unless it comes back to you.
Yeah.
Stay in there.
The thing is, Ricky's too accurate. You know what I mean? Like, he's nearly on the pole, regardless of how far, every time. And sometimes the chains like to catch it a little bit more, just slightly off-center to the right side of the chains. And Ricky just hits the pole every time. So, like, so often the putt just kind of sits there and thinks about it. All right, I'll fall this time. But a lot of times it doesn't. Casey's still perfect.
Disc graph built for flight. Built for flight.
Flying over hole 7, par 4, 575 feet. Need to throw a straight fairway or distance driver. You'd love to land right about here where that last tee pad is. From there, it is a short uphill shot, but getting to that last, the red tee, they'll call it, is quite tricky. And if you come up early, a lot of times you kick off to the right or you kick early left, it's a no-go. Isaac gets that one flipping up. a little inside, but a fortunate forward advance.
Yeah, gonna be a tough little stance here. Don't hit your hand. Doesn't.
Look at that. Nice technical forehand from Isaac, bending that from right to left and parks it. What an approach shot.
Yeah. That was sweet.
Pulling out the tricks here.
So a lot of people think, okay, throw it straight right down the fairway. That's the
Yep.
play. It's actually pretty far to get to this tee pad.
Oh, okay.
Straight. You know what I mean?
And that tee pad is like 205 feet. So Rick's right at 200.
And so I'm here to cut off the people who say, oh, he's a little early. No, you're just trying to hit this gap, like this shot right here.
And then Heiser.
It's going to be early. That's a bad kick. But if that gets through to the left, you're not
You'll take
mad at all.
anything. You'll take anything you get from up there.
Exactly. You're not playing down that fairway. You're playing to hit the initial gap and then go left. The straighter it goes, sweet.
Fine. That's just extra style points, but it doesn't really matter. And that's the duddiest skip I've ever seen.
And it's going to cost him. That's going to be a really tight gap. He's going to have to probably go forehand as well, or back stance, backhand.
Calvin. That's the kick of a lifetime.
Is it?
No. But it's great. I mean, it's a lot better than it would have been. He's got a lane to throw something.
Yeah, he's got a chance. Is it probable to get a birdie? No. And still no.
Yeah, I mean,
He could get more aggressive from there and get a look, but it also could present some problems. Ooh, look at those little ones in front of him.
yeah,
And he
dude,
got it. Yeah, it was kind of lined up for it, wasn't it?
Well, I mean,
Good camera work,
you
guys.
almost are hoping to just like hit a leaf instead of those little guys because it's like, how are you going to get through there cleanly?
How do you get so many perfect curls in his hair? That's what I want to know. You see that?
It is marvelous.
Yeah, it's like the longer it gets, the more curly and beautiful it gets.
That does make some sense.
I mean, it's form.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make sense.
No.
Gannon having to go with the flex play, hoping to save the par, and I think he will, although that one little tree can be...
It's annoying, isn't it?
It's annoying. That's almost where my...
You were there.
I was there, but for birdie, and I never birdie this hole, so I was a little bit nervous about it.
That is not a good shot there for Rick.
No,
Leaks
that
it
was...
left. You got to push it to the right side and give yourself a putt. Now he's going to be outside the circle.
You got to birdie it from that drive.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But it is an awkward spot. You got to throw it perfectly straight, bad footing, up the hill.
And Calvin just pitches it up to take his par.
I honestly think that if you go in early left off the drive, Ricky lining up a little 50-footer too high. Yep.
Yeah.
Then you can have a Heiser line in here, and it plays a little easier. The farther you go, the harder the straight shot is. You know, you got to be more perfect, I think.
You have at least options. If you're in the middle of the fairway, but in the woods part of the fairway, then you're going to have like different lines that you can go with. Whereas where Ricky is at, you basically have one
dead straight
option. And I don't think the tree is going to be a problem for Gannon here to save his par.
But when you're talking about 575 feet, this guards the birdie really well. 7 does its job. It's a great hole, in my opinion.
The sub 600 foot par 4 is almost extinct in our sport. I mean, we do come across a few courses that have these awkward little 470 foot par 4s that are just placement shots, but this course has a plethora of mid 500 foot par 4s. But each one of them feels tricky in its own way, and I really like that about it. It's a thrower's course, and it's not so much about the luck or the penalty, it's about how well you can execute. Which is why I think this course is so fun.
7 through 7.
He got 7 as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there before we got too far ahead.
This hole's a behemoth. 830 feet uphill, was moved back last year for the World Championships. It is now a par 5. The par 4 used to be somewhat right around up here, but it's now up the hill a little bit more. These 3 little trees in the middle at the top of the hill are so annoying. And you have got you're going to have 4 different storylines unfolding as these guys play this hole. Or at least that's how it goes down for most of the field.
Hurry more.
And there's one
Don't tell.
storyline of a scrambler.
Is it possible to get birdie from there?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't go into the actual wood line. So I think and left side far superior to the right side.
Okay. Beat that one.
So par is going to be insane from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised he took on that middle tree. It's such a tight gap. I mean,
This
us
is
looking
looking
on
great.
camera, you just don't understand how good this shot right here is.
So good.
The turn is awkward. It almost has to come out hyzer to feel comfortable on that left side gap.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then
the
the
early
back
trees.
side of the fairway comes in really quick.
It's a
So you
great
got-
shot for this guy
Yep.
right here. Like,
But I think he even feels awkward on the tee. You know what I mean?
this disc is hopping like it's a frog. That was crazy. I don't know. Maybe Calvin feels a little awkward on the tee, but
Everybody does
But
on the tee.
I trust that. Okay, so Rick's early tree, he's in a lot of trouble now. But I really like what Calvin brings to the table for this shot shape.
Oh, yeah. But there's no way he's on the tee and like, oh, this is easy peasy.
No,
It's just
no
not
one's thinking
That's
that.
not a thing that happens. At the highest level, I'm telling you, that's not what's happening here.
Certainly not.
It is a tough tee shot.
If this stays in the middle, then Niklas is going to have a really good chance at a birdie.
Yeah. Gets up the fairway.
And it almost goes without saying, this is the most difficult hole on the course.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin going to go standstill for his second shot. Don't hit that one. What else was it going to do?
This one is, I feel like, eagleable if you get all crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm saying get in a circle, eagleable, not like
yeah,
throw it in or
I think you
something.
can reach C2.
Yeah.
C1 would be really wild. Look at this.
I mean, watch this. Where's this going?
Gannon. Oh,
What's that compared to the basket?
he's still got work to do.
Like 150 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that was just a pure little dinky hyzer. Rick. Oh, he's getting punished.
saving the single bogey will take a serious effort.
That looked like a great angle for
Yeah,
distance.
but look, I wish we would have held on to that shot just a bit longer because the fairway, just look at this. Like, what is the line you take?
That one. Get through
Okay. And so Rick's still
a million
a
miles.
long way to go for the single bogey. Awkward angle for Calvin. Got to get a lot of distance and miss all these trees at the top and get a look. Okay.
You'll take it.
Yeah. It's got to look. But Niklas, after that great second shot, look what he still has left. Oh, man. So many Guardians up there. Gannon's just been playing this hole perfectly so far. Still has a tricky approach, but that looks real touchy. Yeah,
Shot.
very nice. To avoid a double. No, it'll be
Oh, so good.
double bogey for Ricky. Tee shot so costly.
I was on this hole last year at the World Championships when they sounded the horn and we all had to come off. This is like the farthest spot you could possibly be. That's all I remember about this hole. Now I'm going to remember that great putt from Calvin. That looked perfect.
It is amazing how he is able to miss a ton of short ones and then just step up and and I'm not even the least bit surprised to see him make one from 70, from 58 feet, whatever. Like, he doesn't seem to ever lose confidence on the short misses. Whereas I think I see a lot of players, and they miss a few short ones, they become unraveled. And Calvin just doesn't care, and that's why he's the player that he's been for the last 2 seasons. You see him make mistakes and still finish top 3.
Ricky.
Tough one. That's going to be a tough score to rebound from.
Goes back to -1, still under par, so plenty of time.
Casey's perfection has come to an end on hole 8. Not a bad hole for it to come to an end on. Some people would think that he's still perfect at 7 under through 8, because that is a heck of a hole and a heck of a stretch to start the event. Flying down hole 9.
Yeah, so this one, as beautiful as it is probably the hardest get besides the last hole. I mean, this one is
Fourth
just
most difficult.
Is it? Yeah, it's just tough down there. It's really tight. A lot of those little trees on both sides of the fairway. The shot shape makes it feel awkward. You kind of want to throw flex, but then you want to throw hyzer flip. It used to play harder because of the slippery tee pad. This was a slippery tee pad known
God, it
known
was.
to the tour.
It was so slick.
Do you remember that? That's all I could ever think of.
How can I forget?
Oh, it's one of my favorite holes, and then I would.
Oh my gosh, Calvin just brushing the bark off the tree.
Oh, geez, I keep saying that.
I mean, you were wanting it, dude.
I'm wanting it, but I need to stop. Sorry, guys. Apology accepted. Thanks.
That was nice of you, Paul. Thanks for accepting our apology.
And here's where we get to see the battle for the par, because that's going to be really hard. Ricky takes a double bogey. You're going to guess what he's going to do on the very next shot.
Gosh, that's pretty. Skips the right a little bit. Oh, yeah, of course it does.
You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't like those numbers.
No, he's going to be getting to 2 under real quick on the front 9.
I mean, look at this. How overstable is this thing? That was looking great.
Yeah, that was a almost dead to right situation there for Niklas. You're going to have to get real creative to find something from that lie. Gannon also going to have to pull out the stops here to try to just get somewhere near the pin. That's a good effort.
Interesting that he's throwing the flex play off the tee. I like it, but it's just such a tight fairway to be playing a shot like that, don't you think?
Yeah, no. I mean, like you said, I think the fairway trees, the initial ones, are lined up in a way that makes the flex play very viable, especially for him.
For the bird, though?
For the bird, I think the play is what you saw with Ricky. I mean, just the hyzer flip straight is the way
terrifying.
to do it. Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Calvin, according to you, you're never scared about anything.
He's not.
Cash.
Well done.
Great par. Scary par. Missed that. Roll down the hill. Cameraman kicks it. That's a world I don't want to live in, Jerm. It's a good thing.
Just describing it.
Now you know what goes through my mind when I face in that putt.
I appreciate it. Dude, honestly, keep on just letting it go. Tell us everything.
Well, I love that Ricky gets the bird after the 7.
Yep. 7's not fun.
Not fun for any of us.
It's not fun on any hole at any time ever. Well, that's going to do it for us in the front 9. Casey White hangs on to his 7 under with a couple of pars on 8 and 9. He is followed up by quite a few players at 6 and then a bunch more there at 5 under. Like we said in the beginning of the round, it is perfect scoring conditions. There's not a lick of wind. The temperature is perfect. The tee pads are dry, not a slick tee pad on the course that I found. But that being said, we're seeing some scores, some big numbers here on our lead card here. What are they going to have to do in this back 9?
Have to keep.
Sorry.
They're going to have to keep birdieing. That's what they're going to have to do. I mean, we've seen this in years past to where 19th place is 7 under par. You know, there's always a lot of good scores coming out of Brewster. So get out of the gates fast, get a lot of birdies, and see where it puts you.
All right. Thanks to the Founders Club. We'll see you in the back 9.